This piece of plastic is just one of the ways to keep a gun safe from children, but law enforcement say the best way is to use a safety box. Daily walks just got a little bit easier thanks to the new sidewalk additions that can be seen around town. Mississippi State University Library just recently completed its new expansion, but behind me is a new project that has just begun. It's not always about normal workouts for these construction workers because they say they can work up to 15 hours a day. The 2016-2017 season will be one that the Bulldog fans won't forget anytime soon. 35 wins in the season, reaching their first Elite Eight, Final Four, and national championship in program history has put this basketball program in the national spotlight. Leaving so soon? For many Mississippi State students and faculty, leaving the country just got a little easier. The International Institute office in Allen Hall began accepting passport applications for the first time last week. Lethal injection is currently the only way to execute the state's death row inmates. The new bill aims to introduce the gas chamber, electric chair, and a firing squad. The Boston Marathon concluded this Monday, and all eyes are on 70-year-old Catherine Switzer, who was running in celebration of the 50-year anniversary of her first Boston Marathon run. If you live in the western region of the United States and recently shopped at Walmart, you may want to check your fridge. CBR Meat Company has issued a recall on its market-side extra-large Supreme Pizza. This was issued after Listeria, a potentially deadly bacteria, was allegedly discovered during a routine check. Our wind is fairly high at 14 miles per hour, so if you're going to have your hair down, you may want to put a little extra hairspray to hold it in place. You put your hand there and you make a fist.
Make a fist.
And then you grab your wrist.
Grab your own fist.
Okay, grab your own fist, sorry. And then you yank away.
Pull through, and if I come forward, exactly. Awesome. Brent Rooker continued his hot streak this past weekend and was awarded SEC Player of the Week. This past week, Rooker recorded 17 bases and had a slugging percentage of 1.00. 8-year-old Nehemiah Reese is a young author whose book, How to Deal with and Care for Your Annoying Little Brother, is now ranked number 7 on Amazon's bestsellers in parenting and relationships. During your next Amazon purchase, you might notice a slight inflation in prices. According to the Clarion Ledger, the online shopping company has agreed to impose a 7% tax on all sales. Daniel Berry, an Ole Miss student, was arrested on Wednesday night for robbing a convenience store. Berry tried to rob the store, but customers managed to detain him until police arrived. The Mississippi State University baseball team traveled to Columbia, South Carolina this weekend to take on the number 17 ranked Gamecocks. The Bulldogs were coming off of an impressive home sweep of Kentucky and look to do the same at South Carolina. Yes, we have been seeing a lot of rain. With the unseasonably high temperatures, you never know what weather. It's just very unpredictable. While the Bulldogs may have been in good spirits, Monday at their homecoming celebration, Sunday night was less than expected for the Lady Bulldogs. Playing in their first national championship proved to be a tall task as they lost to South Carolina for the third time this season. Mississippi State University's Dance Marathon will be hosting their second state dance marathon on Friday, February 3rd. Last year, students raised over $35,000. Sesame Street's newest Muppet, Julia, is a 4-year-old with autism. She is shy with red hair and green eyes. We've been experiencing some severe weather across the area, but will those conditions continue through the night? Stay tuned to find out more. Downtown Columbus, Mississippi has seen an increase in crime since the Princess Theater reopened as a club. Mayor Robert Smith stated that he believes this has attracted trouble to the area and plans to meet with local law enforcement to implement new plans to stop the incidents from occurring. 3 years later, and Flint, Michigan is still trying to solve their water crisis after more than 100,000 residents, including about 8,000 children, were exposed to high levels of lead in their drinking water through their pipes. This has sparked some investigation among many cities across the nation. Mississippi's capital is noticing some of the same signs of a potential water crisis, which has triggered Starkville's electoral candidates to address the issue during their candidate forums.
I'm not so much worried that we'll become the next Flint, Michigan. I'm worried that we'll become the next Jackson, Mississippi, where pipes are crumbling underground and it will cost millions and millions and millions of dollars to fix them.
Residents across the area have reported increases to their bills due to water leakage in their pipes, leading to concerns of water being contaminated.
In the past, I've seen an increase in our bill where we had a break in the water in the front of our yard. We had our entire front yard dug up, actually more than once. And so that is something that is a real concern for you know, not just my neighborhood, but the entire city of Starkville.
Sidewalk improvements are already being seen across the area. Citizens attending the forum posed questions to the candidates about their plans to further improve infrastructure if they are elected.
As an alderman and a board, we have to start looking very long term and finding funding that can improve those systems and address them before we get into a dire situation.
There will be one more candidate forum scheduled for April 19th at the Greensboro Center for citizens to engage with the remaining alderman candidates. Rick's Cafe in Starkville, Mississippi added a twist to their Saturday festivities. To celebrate Earth Day, Rick's hosted an art expo and concert featuring local artists and 2 local bands. This was the second art expo to be held this semester to expose the Starkville community to art.
I think it's really important to connect artists and the community together to promote, you know, like a well-balanced community. I think art is very, like a beautiful work of art where people can just express themselves.
The expo was not just limited to art, but also showcased music records, homemade soap, homemade jewelry, and even some clothes. One local artist shared that he enjoyed attending events like these and doesn't miss an opportunity to showcase his artwork.
I like people to see what I'm doing locally, and I'm a big promoter of local art, so I try to work with everybody here to set things like this up.
The expo lasted from 7 to 10 p.m. Afterwards, attendees could stay and enjoy a few drinks while listening to the 2 local bands, Toshiba and CDBD, for the remainder of the evening. Both bands performed psychedelic funk-style music for the audience, which Corey Lynn expected would be fitting for the crowd.
I hope there's expressed interest in this because we'll probably have a couple more next semester as well. So just be on the lookout for anyone who wants to be able to share their art or to come see or buy art too.
Lee County resident Laura Curry was diagnosed with the neurological disorder Parkinson's disease. She turned to North Mississippi Medical Center's Parkinson's Support Group for emotional and physical support.
You know, I've seen people with Parkinson's, and, you know, it's tough. It's tough to hear something like that.
Around 60,000 Americans are diagnosed each year. Sufferers slowly lose control of even the simplest task with their nerves and muscles. Curry decided to fight. She sought out every piece of information and help she could. With the help of the North Mississippi Parkinson's Patient Care Fund, Laura was picked for a pilot treatment.
I was excited to know that something could help.
We were just so excited someone from this area and our group was able to experience that. We were just thrilled for her.
Laura was the 8th of 40 patients to be selected for the clinical trial at the University of Virginia. In late June, doctors attacked cells in her brain with what amount to shock waves. When it was all said and done, she regained most of the motor skills on her right side. It was like having her life back.
To describe what it's like to have it and then to not have it, it's just, there are no words.
In Tupelo, Alivia Roberts, WLOV Fox News.